Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, Pete Funk. Thinking right out here in the lab in the wee hours of the morning where I do what I do for you. Nice and quiet, do I like it? I got something nice for you today. Yeah, we getting better. Hope you enjoyed it. I am. All right, let's go. Rightism. 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. Message and story for life. I gave you life lessons. You tune in to receive them. We got a good thing going. Let's rock. Right Thinker's mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Get to know yourself a little better. Right Thinker's way of life. It is a way of life through mental and spiritual discipline employed daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. That's my mission, and that all my right thinkers do just that. Know thyself. These messages and these lessons is geared for that purpose only. No hidden agenda, no. I'm here to get you to know you. So I'm doing everything I can, in the words of my man Malcolm, by any means necessary to make that happen for you. Let's go. Know thyself is what you want to achieve as a right thinker. And the question I ask you every time, because you need to know you. Know thyself. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard that. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's what I do. I do for you. Stay tuned. I got you. I appreciate you too. A person who knows not but believes that they know, dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows but knows not that they know is asleep spiritually. I'm the spiritual alarm clock. I'm here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers know thyself. To my act be true. It's a little thing called discernment. So, right thinkers, let's talk about discernment. Biblically, that's the phrase they use. But ancient Egyptians, we had an identity for that concept. Discernment, his name was Anpu, or better known, Anubis, the embalmer. Okay, first son of Asar, Haru's big brother. So that quality, we gave a title and a person, a whole character fitting around the concept of discernment. So let's talk about that. All right, we break this down. Discernment really is just right thinking. Break it down. So let's go. Discernment, aka right thinking, has to be in use. When? All the time. When I'm on the streets, from the projects, my discernment had to be in use all the time. When I'm out doing what I'm doing, I'm still on the street corner hanging, doing, you need to know what's going on. You need to use good judgment. When you see that car ride by, the first time, long ago, oh man, they coming back. Yeah, my discernment tell me I need to skedaddle. When you do that, you find out that your discernment, your gut, whatever you want to call it, your intuition, intuitive knowledge, but it's called discernment because you're making decisions based on what's right and what's wrong. Okay. It needs to be in use at all times. Okay. Be able to know what's right and what's wrong. When I see a situation start to unfold, you can tell, this ain't gonna be good. So the discernment should be hindsight. Okay. Back in those days, I showed no discernment. When I was ego tripping and drug dealing, okay? I did what I knew was wrong. My discernment wasn't in use. My discernment didn't have a chance. Ego called the shot. So see, just like every aspect of your character has a character that we gave title and life to, you can master it philosophically by learning it and then using it. I'm gonna break down Anubis for you as a discernment. Why? Because it's a master, it's a concept, an aspect of your character that you need to master. Now that I have mastered the art of discernment, I do what's right only. Simple as that. Why? If you know right from wrong, and your discernment ain't calling the shots, and your ego is, you're gonna do what you want to do. A lot of times that could be wrong. I'm only gonna do what's right. That's discipline. That's discernment. Okay, that's how it's used. When you knowingly, watch this, do wrong acts, lying. You know when you tell somebody a lie, that's your discernment saying they're not worthy to be told the truth, so you lie to them. If you're not a good person, you lie to everybody. Stealing. When you give somebody something and you know the hidden reject, all that, that's again not discernment. Mistreating people, okay? These are all things that lack of discernment will let you do. Why? Because your discernment ain't being kicked in. You're not doing what's right. You're not being a good person. All those things discernment takes care of. That's why Anubis, he's the perfect. I'm gonna do my job. I do that wherever I go. When I come, I'm teaching right thinking. I ain't doing nothing else. I'm not sweeping, I'm not cleaning up. I'm just teaching right thinking. So I know my lane. So understand that. My discernment keeps me in check. Okay, watch this. Having knowledge of discernment, mastery of discernment, or just having knowledge, excuse me, just having, this is somebody else. Just having knowledge of discernment. I'm discernment. I know right from wrong. I know that. Yeah. And not employing it for yourself shows your ignorance of your higher self. And guess what you get for that? Karma, because you're going to do what you want to do, and there's consequences that come behind that. Just like there's blessings that come behind doing the right thing. hmm hmm Oh, you didn't know that? Let's talk about that later. We'll talk about that another time. But this is my discernment. If your discernment is on point, and you can distinguish between a liar and a truth teller, you're gonna be just fine. Why? You can deal with the truth teller, you're gonna avoid the liar. Simple. That's too easy. That's what discernment's job is, to keep you from falling, to be bamboozled, hoodwinked, okay, led astray. If you knew thyself and you master discernment, you ain't gonna be one of them. If everybody going that way, go that way. If everybody doing this, don't do that. Most time they wrong. Okay, moving on. Belief, here you go. If you are a belief system follower, that means you follow religion. Don't make a difference which one it is. Religion is a belief system based on belief. Now, belief is what? Wrong thinking. My philosophical point of view, this is my thing. Belief, no one is right thinking. Break it down for you. If you're a believer in what I call the well-dressed lie, aka religion concepts, you're not thinking right. You're just following. You're just believing. You're not employing your discernment. I go to church every Sunday, but I go to church where I'm getting church. I'm getting something out of it. I'm getting biblical lessons. I'm around good people who practice what they teach and what they're being preached. So I'm okay with that. If I was in a church where the people wasn't good and the spirit wasn't, I wouldn't be there. I ride an hour to get to my church. It ain't around the corner. Okay. So get the concept. I go there because it's worked for a while, and I appreciate doing it. I take the time to do that. If you know me, you know Sunday morning, you know what I do. You want to meet me? Then meet me at church. So yeah, but that's because the religion concept, when it's done right, I respect it. That's why I go. If it's not done right, I have no part. I'm not taking part in it. Period. Moving on. I respect everyone's, and understand this, right to believe in whatever they choose to follow and believe. Not a problem. Understand that. Why? Because I picked what I choose to believe in and follow. I just put my due diligence in to make sure what I'm following is what they say it is, and it is. So I don't have a problem with that. It ain't religion. It's the way of life, spiritually. I have a problem. Here we go. Let's talk about this. With who? So-called believers. You BS Christians, Muslims, and Jews who just ride the bandwagon but don't show nothing in the way of what you claim to represent. Those people I got a problem with. Understand that. And if you're one of them, I got a problem with you. Yeah. Simple. I don't care. who don't practice what they believe in. I ain't got a problem with you believing. I got a problem with you ain't practicing. So don't profess it. That's what I'm saying. That's what my problem lies with people in religious belief systems. If you are a true believer of Christianity, you're a true believer of Islam faith, you're a true believer and a follower of Judaism, I got nothing but respect for you. Why? I'm a true believer in my right thing philosophy. That's why. So I don't think nobody's no different. I give everybody respect. Why? I hope they get respect for what I do. Calm down. Get a little. I get a little. I get a little uptight when I hear about dealing with some people about that religious whole. No, I ain't got a problem with religion. I ain't got a problem with the belief system. I understand. I'm just trying to enlighten you to it. You don't got a problem with it. You don't know. If I'm talking about religion, I know what I'm talking about. Okay, wait. No, okay. Now, if you use discernment to pick a religious belief system, you, trust me, you would not be religious. Well, no, because I picked one. So yeah, you pick one that work. How about that? All of them work if it's done right. I keep telling you that. But if your discernment into it, you see this preacher just, he up on the pulpit talking that good stuff and shoot, holler at and raving, but he out doing stuff that he talk about. I can't deal with him. That's my point. Okay, I teach a knowing system. Gnosis. You got to get knowledge. I want you to know God. I'm trying to get you to do and practice the things that get you to God for yourself. That's not a belief system. That's a knowing system. I teach a knowing thyself system, aka spiritual truth, what? That you can live by. I do. So I'm backing what I teach. Okay? Simple. Now let's talk about the concept of discernment from ancient Egyptian concept. We had a guy called Anubis. Poop. We call him Anubis. Everybody know him by that. He's the master of discernment. He's the one in charge of the underworld. Y'all may call it. Well, see, we didn't have a heaven and hell concept. Okay? When the spirit passed the test of Mayat feather, your spirit went on to hang out with Asar, okay, in the afterlife. If your spirit didn't make it, you got eaten by Amet, so you was erased, aka double dying twice, dying twice. When you did in human life, you died the physical life, then you failed the test of Mayat, so you died again. No existence. That's the concept. So let's talk about this right quick. I want to break it down for you. Now, Anubis represented discernment. I teach you about Anpu, aka Anubis. Why? The aspect of your personality, which is discernment, using, knowing right from wrong. I was educated on certain things. I was informed and taught certain things, and I used what I was taught to survive. Discernment on the streets was a must. I'm out there doing what I'm doing. I need to be able to recognize friends from foe instantly, and it's based on what you know, how they walk, how they talk, what swag they got. So it's a whole different world. That's what discernment was important. Now, as a teacher, my discernment between who's right and who's wrong, I'm very versed in that. That's too easy. Once you become enlightened, your discernment, aka aspect, will what? Let you know about religion. I know which preachers is preaching the truth. I know which preachers is as full of you know what, but it ain't my call to do that. I'm not. No, I ain't about that. I'm a teacher. I'm not. I don't teach. I don't break people down and embarrass them, call them out. Teaching. I didn't teach. That's nonsense. I teach. So let's get to the movement. When you have the ability to what? Smell BS. You're enlightened. You got discernment. And BS comes in a whole bunch of different forms, shapes, and sizes, religions, and anything else you want to call it. But you have to use your ability to know right from wrong, what's true and what ain't true, to deal with it. You can't stop them. They're going to do what they're going to do. You need to be able to make sure you ain't going to be a victim. Okay? In life, you got some people who go through life hoping that they don't be. You got some people, I wish, yeah, I'm that, I wish Roger would. Yeah, that's me. No, that's just how it is. I don't. Some people they get shot, they get scared. No, I'm ready. I'm ready to defend myself. The fist go up in the reaction. I'm about to hit you. Why? Don't scare me. Don't run up on me. Some things I'm gonna defend myself. If you get within arm's distance, you're gonna get hit. I'm just saying. So my discernment lets me know when to put up my dukes. I tell my man, I got a student I'm working with, and he asked me, "Is your answer, your response to everything somebody do to you is punch him in the face?" Pretty much, yeah. He said, "Oh, you're violent." No, if you bring out the hawk in me, the hawk is that person, when you do something to me, oh, he's coming out. So if you bring him out, and then don't blame me for you bringing him out. So I'm just saying. But when he come out, oh, I don't want to be the one who bring him out. That's all. I try to give you heads up, try to tell you warning, 3 rules. Rule 1, don't bring out in me. Rule 2, don't bring out in me. Rule 3, don't forget 1 and 2. You ain't got a problem with me. I'm not gonna bring it out in you. How about that? I'm not. Well, that's a threat. No, I'm just letting you know when you do the wrong thing, you got to be pay for the price. Transgressions, you got to live with them. Consequences, they call them. Equal opposite reaction. You do something to me. Oh, I'm gonna do something to you. Moving on. What was I? I lost my place. Okay, now with self knowledge, you're strengthening what your discernment ability. Why? Wow. Excuse me. Your ability will make your discernment sharper. Remember, I used to have to figure out who was who. Now, I got to figure out who on a whole different level. I'm, again, good at that. So if you one of them people, we ain't going to be good friends. Why? I'm going to see through your nonsense. I ain't the one. And if we was friends, once I see your nonsense, we won't be. Moving on. I can hear truth because I listen. So I listen when you talk, and my discerning ear lets me know if what you're saying is right or wrong. Okay? Real recognize real, and real can hear real. When I hear what ain't real, I'll let you know, my man. No, that ain't working for me. And I'll let you know. I'm not going to act like I do when I don't. I'm not going to fake it. P-Funk means pure real. Right quick. True and true. Okay? To the bone. It's always funk, okay, for life. When they say P Funk for life, yeah, that's my mantra. So where I'm at down here, let me wrap this up. Oh, I done took up a whole bunch of time. I didn't realize the time. Sorry about that. Knowing right from wrong. Here we go. Knowing right from wrong is the ability of discernment. That's the whole purpose. Being a master of discernment aspect of yourself, meaning nobody can trick you. My grandmother told me, baby, I got a 6th grade education, but you can't fool me. I mean, she know life. I understood that real good, okay? When the guy took my bike, I went and told my grandmother the guy took my bike. She gave me a quarter and a stick. Handle that. Same grandmother, when I got into the game and started, doing my thing, the word got back to her, I'm carrying a gun. I go to visit her. She said, grandson, you carry a gun? Why you carrying a gun? I said, Granny, Jeremy, I got a pocket full of money, I got other drugs, I got to do what I got to do. For Christmas, she bought me a holster. That's my grandmother. I love her. All right, that's real. If you're going to do it, then do this. If I see you doing something that I know, I want to go and help you. I ain't going to tell you what to know. That's what you do. Well, man, do it right. That's all. If you're going to do it, do it this way. That's what old heads used to do for us back in my day. So I just keep it going. I'm going to do the same thing. People always ask me, how do you know what you know is right? Practice it. Put it to use. Implement it. And see for yourself. Practice it. That's how. Okay? And if you think what you got work, try it and find out for yourself. If it worked, then you good. That's what I do. I tell them, no, I don't just tell you. I show you what I know is right. Why? By living it and doing it, perfecting it, mastering it. So I don't want to master what's wrong. That don't end well. So when you master yourself, what's right, you can do what you want to do when and how you want to do it. Why? That's what you do. That's what I do. For you, you can do the same thing too. If you want to prove what you know, is right. What you do, live it, manifest it, show what you do work. That's right thinking philosophy in a nutshell. Okay, you don't even no. Try me. I dare you. You don't have to have a college degree to master and know right thinking and philosophy. You gotta do be mature and be diligent and be sincere to yourself. All you gotta do, the first thing is honesty and listen. Those two qualities can take you far. Okay? Last one. Believers, they don't use their discernment. Why? They don't use it too well, if you ask me. I'm just saying. Because if you are a believer in a lie, how long are you gonna believe, or before you find out that you believe in the lie and you gotta maybe change your belief system? It's easy to change what you believe. If what you believe is not well founded or a lie, just change the belief. But we so hell bent on that lie, can't let it go. Knowing it's a lie, still can't let it go. That don't sit well with me. I don't know. That ain't too smart. But moving on. If you don't do your own due diligence, meaning put your own work in, study, find out for yourself. Stop relying on what somebody told you to be with it. No, know for yourself. That's how I know what I do is right. What I practice is right. Okay, I'll get it for myself. I ain't got nobody telling me. Okay, I got the book. I'm telling you, you can trust me. If not, fact check me or prove me wrong by showing me what I say or predict to you don't work by trying it and then tell me, man, it didn't work. Okay, so I get a lot. You was right. That's all I'm trying to be. I ain't trying to be wrong. I ain't trying to lead you the wrong way. My kids respectfully listened to me, took my lesson, and they're all pretty much successful in their own ventures in life. That's parenting. That's teaching. I told you, you have the right to discern what's best for you. But if you don't have knowledge and education, you don't have no discernment to go with. What's there to guide you to help you? So you need to learn. You need to acquire information and knowledge, and then you use it so your discernment will be serving you. That's what it's for. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this up. With all my studying, I don't learn and live without using my discernment. Anything I get involved with, I'm discerning. Why? If it's good or bad. Simple as that. If it's right or wrong. If it's good, I'm rolling. If it ain't, I ain't know. Simple. It ain't hard. I only believe in what I learned until what? I learn it and know it. Now, belief, bye-bye. Like darkness. When the sun come up, darkness got to go. Okay? That's the concept. Belief and knowing can't occupy the same brain. Why? If you just believe in something, you don't want to know. You stuck on stupid. That's not wanting to know. Being ignorant means just not knowing. When you have an opportunity, chance to know, you don't. That's stupid. Moving on. Last one. I appreciate you tuning in. I use discernment over belief. Why? Because I need to know what I'm doing before I do it. I don't want to do it and find out I did it. It's wrong. That's a little late. That's Monday morning quarterback. And to this day, ain't won that game. It didn't get nobody no smarter. Enlightenment is being just using discernment to get a situation better for yourself. That's my lesson. I'm out. I got more for you. Stay tuned.